If cats could talk, they could tell us when something is wrong with them. However, since we don't speak the same language as our feline friends, we communicate on a different level. The following 15 signs will show you that your cat's body is begging for help. Number 1. Hair loss or changes in coat. It's normal for cats to shed, especially during the shedding season. However, if your cat is experiencing excessive hair loss outside of shedding season or if bald patches are forming, it's a cry for help from their body. Dull-looking fur or brittle texture are also alarming signs. The cause of hair loss or changes in the coat can be a deficiency in vitamins or minerals, but it can also indicate a serious illness. Possible underlying issues include liver or kidney diseases, parasite infestation, or infections. Number 2. Skin problems. A cat's skin can be directly affected by various conditions, such as allergies, parasite infestation, fungal infections, or nutritional deficiencies. It can also indicate that your furry companion is suffering from an internal infection or a chronic illness. The signals can vary, including itching, redness, often caused by external problems, cracked areas, dry, scaly, or oozing skin patches, as well as eczema and bleeding in the skin, which are often signs of an internal condition. Number 3. Changes in the eyes. If your cat's eyes appear red, cloudy, or if you notice increased tear production, it can be a sign that something is wrong with the eyes themselves or that your cat has an infectious disease. Conjunctivitis, colds, or more severe conditions like feline viral rhinotracheitis can be the cause. If you observe bleeding or bloodshot eyes, it may indicate a tumor, a blood clotting disorder, or high blood pressure. Yellowish discoloration of the eyes, on the other hand, is a warning sign that your cat's liver is not detoxifying properly. Number 4. Decreased grooming behavior. Cats are clean animals that spend an average of 6 hours a day on grooming. They need to keep their fur clean and well-groomed for their well-being. If your cat grooms less or stops grooming altogether, it is a clear indication that something is wrong. This is especially true if your cat has dirt or debris in their fur that they don't try to clean. The cause can be either psychological or physical. Psychologically, depression can be a significant factor as it reduces the motivation for self-grooming. Physically, reduced grooming behavior can be a result of pain or weakness. Your cat may avoid grooming certain areas that are painful or find grooming too strenuous due to weakness or pain. Number 5. Increased grooming. It is also possible that your cat is grooming more than usual. This can also have psychological causes, such as compulsive behavior. From a physical perspective, your cat may repeatedly groom specific areas due to injuries, itchiness, or pain. Excessive grooming can also be a result of allergies, leading to overall excessive cleaning. Alternatively, your cat may have hair loss, dry fur, or dry skin due to an underlying condition or deficiency, and they attempt to improve their body's condition through grooming. It could also be an attempt to eliminate fleas, mites, or other parasites through excessive grooming. Number 6. Diarrhea or vomiting. Diarrhea and vomiting are clear signs that your cat is not feeling well. The issue might be harmless and temporary, such as a minor stomach upset. However, it can also indicate a serious infection, worm infestation, chronic gastrointestinal condition, or poisoning. A liver disorder or even a heart attack can be the cause of vomiting. Number 7. Loss of appetite. Healthy cats typically have a good appetite, even if they are picky eaters. If your cat refuses their usual and preferred food, it may be a sign that they are sick. This applies whether they leave the entire bowl untouched or only eat a few bites and leave the rest, or if they reject treats. It could be a temporary stomach upset, but if your cat shows a lack of appetite for several days, it is a serious cry for help, especially if accompanied by vomiting or diarrhea. Possible causes of loss of appetite include gastrointestinal infections, worm infestations, heart problems, liver problems, or cancer. Psychological causes such as depression can also be a factor. Number 8. Inappropriate elimination. Normally, cats use their litter boxes for their business. If your cat has frequent accidents outside the litter box, it is particularly a warning sign of a urinary tract infection. They may not be able to hold it in and have to relieve themselves wherever they are. There are various types of urinary tract infections, and some can even be life-threatening. Therefore, you should not take your cat's inappropriate elimination lightly. If the veterinarian confirms that your cat is physically healthy, there may be other reasons for the behavior, such as dislike of the litter box or litter, or it could be a behavioral disorder. Number 9. Increased thirst. You are familiar with your cat's normal drinking habits, and on hot days, it's natural for their fluid intake to increase. However, if your cat suddenly starts drinking significantly more over several days without any heat, it can be a sign of kidney disease or diabetes. Increased thirst can also indicate urinary tract infections or gastrointestinal disorders. Fever can also lead to increased fluid intake. Number 10. Discolored urine or stool. Cat feces are typically dark brown, but not too dark. Black stool sometimes indicates bleeding, while a lighter color can be a sign of liver or gallbladder disease. You should also keep an eye on your cat's urine. Normally, it should be a pale yellow color. If it is almost transparent, your cat is drinking too much, whereas a dark yellow color is a warning sign that your cat is not drinking enough. Red or brownish urine is particularly alarming, as it indicates the presence of blood. Number 11. Altered posture and movements. Changes in posture can also be a plea for help from your cat's body. If they sit or lie differently than usual, it may indicate an attempt to protect specific areas where they experience external or internal pain. It is even more noticeable if your cat limps, walks with an uneven gait, avoids putting weight on a paw, or refuses to jump. Lowered head or tail wagging can also be signs that something is not right. Number 12. Lethargy and disinterest. Cats are typically active animals that love to play, explore their surroundings, and get into mischief. If your feline companion shows less interest in playing and appears indifferent to their surroundings, it is a serious warning sign. Either due to psychological reasons or a physical illness, they lack the motivation to be active and prefer to move as little as possible. Increased withdrawal, avoiding contact with you more than usual, or seeking more frequent and longer periods of solitude can also indicate illness. Various physical causes are possible because lethargy is simply a sign that your cat is not feeling well in some form. It could be due to discomfort, pain, weakness, or fatigue resulting from an acute or chronic illness. Number 13. Fatigue and increased sleepiness. Cats generally have a high need for sleep, averaging around 16 hours a day. However, if you notice that your cat is behaving unusually in terms of sleep, such as sleeping longer or seeking rest more often, it's a cause for concern. This behavior indicates that your cat is continuing to operate outside of their normal behavior. It suggests that they are weakened by an acute or chronic illness. By increasing sleep, their body tries to recover. It is also a warning sign if your cat becomes quickly exhausted during play, exercise, or walking. It indicates that their energy is being depleted due to an underlying illness. Number 14. Aggression. You might be familiar with the feeling of being more irritable when you're unwell. The same goes for your cat when they are sick. Suddenly, they may hiss at you, scratch or bite you during playtime or cuddling, even if you're doing nothing differently. This behavior is particularly indicative that your cat is experiencing pain in a specific area where you touch them. However, discomfort, pain, and reduced fitness in general can cause stress and increased irritability, making your cat less tolerant of touch. Number 15. Pitiful meowing. Cats also communicate when they are not feeling well. If your cat constantly meows and sounds distressed, you can be sure that they are not feeling comfortable. It might be a simple case of hunger or feeling cold, but if the pitiful meowing persists, it is advisable to take them to the veterinarian. The wailing could be a sign of pain or illness. By the way, this is an interesting topic in itself. If you want to know why cats often meow agonized, click on the image on the left to watch our video on the subject.